We'll of course have more for you in the news in just a moment. But now moving on, Ben Cousins has been released on bail following a drug bust. The troubled football star was arrested at Esperance Airport in WA in possession of methamphetamine.
Cousins returned to Perth overnight and had little to say to waiting journalists when he arrived.
I haven't got any comments to make, sorry.
Yeah, Cousins is due back in court on Monday.
Now, for more on this one, we are joined by 7 News reporter Blake Johnson live in Perth. Blake, good morning to you. What are the charges against Cousins here?
Yeah, good morning, Sam. Ben Cousins has been charged with possessing a prohibited drug with intent to sell or supply. He was charged with that on Tuesday night after arriving in Esperance on a flight from Perth, but he got into trouble again yesterday for allegedly breaching his bail conditions. The courts down there had told him not to leave Esperance, and police claim he tried to by leaving Esperance and coming back to Perth. He'd been down there in the town about 10 hours drive southeast of Perth at a drug rehabilitation centre, but those conditions were eventually changed last night, allowing Ben Cousins to return to Perth.
What more can you tell us about the arrest, actually?
Well, the first arrest on Tuesday night was quite low-key. There were a couple of detectives who met him at the airport in suits. There was no bust as such, didn't take him down or anything like that. They took him off to a room and interviewed him there. I don't know what happened yesterday at the airport, but he was taken back into town to the Esperance police station and was. We got pictures of him leaving the police station into a taxi, and then he caught the flight at about 7:30 last night, got him back into Perth just after 9 o'clock, and he's returned to his home in Perth's northern suburbs.
OK, so he's been charged with supply, which is a fair bit different to possession, you know, when he's just using it for himself. Could he face jail time here?
If convicted, he could face jail time, Sam. The threshold, if you like, for the charge intent to sell or supply is 2 grams. The West Australian newspaper reports that Ben Cousins was allegedly caught with more than 4.5 grams. The maximum penalty for intent to sell or supply over 4 grams is 25 years jail and a $100,000 fine. That's the maximum penalty. But you'd have to suggest that very serious charges, whether or not he gets convicted, will be up to the courts.
Yeah, he's obviously in a lot of trouble still. It's a very sad story. Continuing, Blake Johnson, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, mate. Moving on for you now, from high-flying swimwear model to...
You found it?
Totally.
Excellent.
The entire resources of the 7 Network have been hunting this vision down for the last hour.
Poor Sam. You wanted to come back on the show again, don't you?
Exactly.
I do desperately want to come back, but it is great vision. It's a part of Australian television history, and we are going to have it for you very, very soon.
Excellent.
And we've got some television history of your own too.
No,
Larry
well,
Emdur.
sadly, my lawyer's been on the phone, and that's not happening.
No, we've got both of our embarrassing moments coming right up. Thank you, Anne.
I'll be watching.
Yes.
Oh, but right now, Glenn is helping to keep your valuables valuable.
Story. Can you just tell us a bit about the story?
It was Matt Wright, who we did a story on about 3 years ago, as sort of setting him up as kind of like the new Steve Irwin.
Right.
He's a bit of a wildlife
warrior. He said to you, come out on this little tinny.
Yes, get on my tinny in the middle of the night, in a billabong, in the Northern Territory, in the middle of the Northern Territory, and we went hunting crocodiles. He catches them and
This is the clip Samantha wished would be erased from all TV forever, but here it is for you now.
How big do you think, Matt?
He'll come out that side too, Sam.
Is he under the boat?
Yep.
oh my God.
Quick! Jeez.
All right, Sam. Yeah.
That's it. Matt decides it's no longer safe for us to stay on board a boat less than half the length of the crocodile. It's a huge catch, but Matt is deflated. It's not Australia's biggest croc, and it's not great company either.
Oh dear.
And it's not great company either. Back to you in the studio. That was all right.
Yeah, I didn't actually cry. My eyes got a little bit...
It was all the pollen.
Yeah, it was
a seasonal thing.
They were just adjusting to the dark and they got a bit watery.
That was great.
It was terrifying.
A lot of heart. No, you took us there and we were able to feel what you were feeling.
Yes. I'm not one of the best investigative journalists around, but I did my bit for the network that night.
You're the most glamorous crocodile hunter I've ever seen.
Oh, get out of town. My hair. That humidity up there is not kind.
Righto, we're done. Okay,
all right, now
we've got some more of the morning show for you.
Talking about hair. No, you're not moving on yet. Talking about hair from the good old days. This is my favourite Price is Right, or can we call it episode?
No, this was my big film debut.
I know, your film debut. From the castle, circa, what would it have been, 1990?
1962.
Take a look at Laz with our trays.
Once she was on The Price is Right. It was such an exciting afternoon for us.
Swap them around.
None of us could actually believe it was Tracy up there with Larry Emdur.
$45,000 worth of prizes. The luggage needs to be more than 640. It needs to be less than 740.
She almost won the lot.
Go!
Oh. If only she'd known the price of the luggage.
I'm so sorry about that.
But she still managed to come home with a tumble dryer and drill set. She is the only member of the Kerrigan family who'd had a tertiary education.
Oh.
If I ever see that Sophie Lee again, how about that? So I went in to give her a little kiss, and she got, oh! Did you see that? Let's have a look at that again. I just went for a nice little, like, Price is Right kind of bad luck kiss, and she got, oh,
yeah, because she was
smelly man.
disappointed that she missed out on the luggage.
Larry emmed you up.
Emmed you up.
Good stuff.
I love it.
All right, it's coming back. Have a look at this misguided kiss, lack of affection.
They've got to hit rewind.
Watch this. No way. No way, buddy. Smell my VO5. I'm out of there. Not a chance. Good stuff.
I love that hair. I wish
hers or mine?
All three of us in all of those clips.
That's it for embarrassing moments.
Oh,
no more.
Goodness, that was enjoyable.
Enjoyable?
Ahead, Marilyn Monroe, as you've never seen her before. See the pictures of the star causing a stir in Hollywood.
But next up for you, uh-oh, he's in trouble again. All the details on golfer Tiger Woods' latest scandal after the break for you here on The Morning Show.
This is Jeremy, our work experience boy. He's been here all week. You're having fun making Larry's Wagyu burgers?
No.
You see, never kick the copy boy. One day, this little guy is going to run this joint. That's the way it works. Good on you, mate. Hey, Sammy, thank you so much for filling in.
Pleasure.
Really
Absolute
appreciate
pleasure.
it. It's been a treat having you here.
And get
so
well,
that's
Carly.
all we've got. Cut to the news.
Bye. That's the news. Oh, that's to the news.
Good.
Bye.